let us consider the difference between ether and ketone. Ether has the function group O, whereas ketone has the function group CO, and this can be represented in this way: C double bond O, and in fact on both sides it is flanked by the carbon and oxygen. CO group is flanked by two alkyl groups. Here also, as in this case, CH3 O CH3. Here CH3 CO CH3. So the general formula can be R O R, whereas here R C double bond O R. So when we name this compound, we call it methoxymethane. Methoxymethane. Whereas in this case 1, 2, 3, that is prop. So in the second position keto group is there. So 2-propanone. 2-propanone. Here we had to include the carbon atom of the function group also. Whereas here you got only 2 carbon atoms. And here you must have the long chain according to IUPAC nomenclature. Long chain should be considered. So CH3 CH3 prop. In the second position double bond O is there, so propanone. So it's called 2-propanone. This one is called 2-propanone. This should not be called like in this case. Here the carbon chain is interfered by the oxygen, but here it is there is a continuity of carbon chain. Here there is no continuity of carbon chain, and that is why we have to call like this. For example, let me consider CH3 CH2 O CH3. In this case, how to call it? Either ethoxymethane or methoxyethane. So according to IUPAC nomenclature, the longest chain should be given priority. So in that case, comparing meth and eth, ethane is longer, so you have to retain this name. So ethane, where methoxy is linked, so it should be called methoxyethane. It means this oxy prefix, that should be connected to the lower alkyl group. For example, methyl is the lower alkyl group, and ethyl is a higher member. It has got only 1 carbon, whereas ethyl has 2 carbon. So the oxy should be connected to the lower membered alkyl group. So methoxy. So it should be called methoxyethane. Is it clear? And in this case, you have to just like that count the number of carbon atoms in the chain and put "on" suffix in the respective position. For example, let me consider the same type: CH3 CH2 C double bond O CH3. You can put the double bond O either on the top or below. Now, what is the longest chain? The longest chain is 1, 2, 3, 4. You have to count from here so that you will get the lowest number of the function group. So 1, 2, 3, 4 means buta, and this is on. So butanone, and where the double bond O is there, second position. So 2-butanone. Are you able to follow this? 2-butanone. Okay. Or you can call it 2-butan on. Buta to on. Butan to on.